Hello Aries, and welcome to your Astroflower reading for February. Coming closer to your birthday, you're in your winter period now, oh, no, your autumn period now, sorry, according to the Astroflower. This has got nothing to do with southern and northern hemisphere. This is just the 3 months before your birthday where we reflect on things and we sort of work out what we want to stop from doing last year and what we want to be doing in the new year after our birthday. And February is a great month for that because February means purification month, basically. And in this month of February, you've also got star signs going into it, planets going into Aquarius, such as Mercury, Venus, and Mars. We've also had Jupiter go into there, and I've done a Jupiter reading as well that you'll find on our channel. So yeah, and it's all changing times at the moment. And this purification month is really important, I think, especially it being a leap year as well. We get an extra day this year. So, yeah, I hope you have a lovely reading. Let's just see what's going on for you here. The overall energies here. This is your karmic path for your spiritual or your relationship or your emotional side of life. This is the karmic path for your physical, material side of life, job, business, and projects. This is how the universe influences you, past influences you, in your future self influences you, and the general sort of outcome as well. Hang on a second, my dog is just being a little bit naughty. Yes, so I hope you have a lovely reading. Let's go into your reading here and see what's happening for you, shall we? Aries, Aries, Aries. King of Pentacles. Sitting on your throne. King of Pentacles, Taurus card, so that comes after you. But it's one of those earth signs that has a lot of fire in them as well, which also sort of corresponds to you nicely. It's the way in which you understand how things work, and I think the overall energy is bringing you that understanding. And with that understanding and knowledge of how things work, this could be on your spiritual side as much within your material side, job and business and etc. That's what's going to bring in the assurance. This is where it's going to make you feel a lot more at one with who you are and where you're going, and in your environment and the things that are around you, basically. Really nice energy. Very sort of consistent, strong energy, which is good for you. On your spiritual path and your emotional and your that side of life, you have the Knight of Wands. I think once you get this knowledge and understanding, this will give you free rein on your passions, and it's going to allow you to connect with other people that are around you, and also it's going to bring a lot more security as well, which helps to develop that aspect there, because that's what a knight does. It secures the pathway for the king and queen of wands, and this is through your passions and how you engage in your life. And this is possibly, you know, we can purify with fire, and this is maybe how the purification in this month here helps you to decide and see a lot clearer what sort of things you want to engage in the future by trying out a few things and trying your passions, engaging in your passions in life. The universe here is bringing you the Devil cards, so the experience and the knowledge of all of this and the security that it brings through you being passionately engaged with the world around you is all in the finer detail. It's like a contract with life, and it's in the fine detail that you will avoid any complications as you go forward. And I would almost be obsessive about the finer detail, because if you get the finer detail right, it leaves the rest of you free rein to do what you like. And the Knight of Wands is a very spiritual sort of knight as well, metaphysical sort of knight in a way, because you've got those 3 pyramids in the background. It's understanding the alchemy of spirit. That's what it seems like here, and not being too obsessed as well with the general sort of outcome more than anything else, because it's being attentive to the detail. Then you'll know the outcome in the future. It's a learning curve for you here, and that's the warning maybe from the universe as well, just being a little bit lighter about the general sort of outcome. What's come from the past? You've got the 4 of Swords. Yeah, I think you've in the month of January, it's like your first month of like your autumn period, and it gives you a sort of slowdown at that moment there. And I think that brought in some sort of healing to you. It's sort of like bringing you back to the essence of who you are. And this is that blessing in disguise, and that's helped you to concentrate on the finer detail that the universe is bringing you in, for you, allowing you free range within your passions in the general outcome of it all. So this sort of healing energy that sort of comes into you, or this reconstitutional energy of your emotions and your heart, makes you to helps you to see things from what they really are. And I think that's the blessing that comes in with you. In your future self, you have the Queen of Pentacles, Queen and King of Pentacles showing up here with the overall energy. Divine counterparts, but here I think it's a divine counterpart with yourself. The Queen of Pentacles, she sat at the tree of knowledge. She knows when that tree is going to bear fruit. So she's in this beautiful position where, because of her knowledge and her understanding, it brings in her security. And because she's very passionate about that knowledge and understanding and being true to it, that's where she gets the rewards on a regular basis. And that's where she builds a lot of sort of security within her spiritual path and her emotional path. Once you'll start engaging with other people and being tentative to the simple details of things, you know, what time you've got to be there, who's going to be there, what you're doing. So, you know, it could be like, we're going to go out, we're going to go for a walk, and we're going to, or go for a bicycle ride, so I can take some photographs in a particular sort of place. It's attention to those sort of smaller details that's going to give you that assurance to just go ahead and do it, more than anything else. And you're going to know that the rewards that it will bring to you as you go forward. And it does play absolutely beautiful for you, I think, in a very secure way. Three of Swords. This could be this, and I think what the universe here is, when you're paying attention to detail and organizing things, you're going to know that person that's going to let you down. And I think that's what causes you that pain there. I think you're going to discover that there's certain people around you that you thought you could rely on them, but you can't. And yet it's painful to think that these people, and I don't think it's like a one-to-one relationship here. I don't think it's with your partner. I think it's with people in the outer world, I think, more than anything else. And it could be painful to accept that these people are not up to the standard that should be, as it were. But I think here, this alignment with yourself is going to give you that strength that's going to build a lot of security in your life. And that's what the purification could be, that attention to detail. And it's going to bring you healing, because you know what you should be wanting in the way of relationships, in the way of spiritual practices. And I think it's more sort of a painful disappointment with the outer world, with groups of people, rather than with individuals and stuff like that. And it just may cause you pain. And that's where you've got to sort of, sort the chaff from the wheat, basically, by the looks of things. A bit of work for you here, a bit of work for you. And I've noticed that it's a lot more work because of Pluto's gone into Aquarius. So it seems to be a lot more work for, say, like Pisces and Aquarius, Pisces and yourselves, Aries. Then it gets easier for Taurus, Gemini and Cancer. And then from from Leo through to Libra is a lot easier. So yeah, I think there's a lot of clarification here that you need in regards to people that are around you. Obviously we're going to be doing the clarification with the Light Seers card, but yeah, clarifications with the people around you, and it may cause you sort of stress and strains. Your karmic path on your material side, you get the Wheel of Fortune All fire signs have got the Wheel of Fortunes here, and everyone seems to be getting it in this position here on their karmic path. You are the instigator through your knowledge and understanding that brings you that security. It is you who are going to provoke this Wheel of Fortune moment within you. It's through knowledge. So you might have learned a lot of things, and it's now how you apply that knowledge in your world, in your career path or your business. You know, you might have learned something of how something works, and that's going to help you to progress. But you've got to go ahead and seize it more than anything else. Yeah, the universe is making it very clear here. There's a choice. It seems to be a choice, but it's also sort of a recognition of what works for you and what doesn't work for you. And that's what the purification is all about as well on your material side. And that is what is going to be, you know, making for your success, making for your Wheel of Fortune moment, for concentrating on the things that work for you. Yeah, playing smart. I think this is playing smart, is accumulating that knowledge and understanding, that sort of assurance that you know how this works. And once you get that assurance within you on the business and the job or the projects and stuff like that, and you know what you're doing, you can almost go into it blindfolded in a way, because you know how it works. So your expertise is actually instigating this sort of Wheel of Fortune, career development movement within you. And the universe here is trying to help you, to encourage you to sort of like see the things that are working and works for you well. Okay, let's just go on and see what's in your future self. Harmony. Justice is harmony. It's bringing harmony, and I think harmony in the sense that once you start instigating this Wheel of Fortune through your knowledge and understanding and playing smart and what you've been playing smart about and recognizing what works for you, this is what brings into this sort of like, it's almost like a swagger I get, that you've got this confidence about going forward. And whatever you want to do, if you want to go for a new job, if you want to start a business or a project and so forth and stuff like that, as long as you've done the work and been smart about it and you've got that confidence to go into it, I would seriously start instigating that sort of thing. You've probably got, within this reading at the moment, you've probably still, it's like the last window before you really go into your autumn period, because once you get into the late part of February and March, you know, for the majority of you, that's when it's, you may not have the energy volume going through you, because our energy does drop during the autumn period. The energy going through you, in order to sort of like, it may be a little bit more difficult to instigate it. But I think it's breathing into you more than anything, this feeling of kind of balance and harmonious direction of where you're going. Don't look to the past, look to the future here. And I think this is where this Justice card comes into place. Yeah, there may have been things that you would have wanted to do, and this is where the universe is helping you to see what works for you and what doesn't work for you. And so you may have been disappointed with the Three Cups, but there's an opportunity here that you are creating out of that Wheel of Fortune to get you into alignment with who you are in regards to what you do as a job, business and project. So then therefore you can go across that bridge and then make your way to this new city, which is a city of opportunity. I think that disappointment there, the Three of Cups, comes in from your relationship side. And I think it is slightly affecting your material side of life, as it were. And it may make you a choice to sort of kind of say, I'm disappointed with this area here. I'm moving to another region. I'm moving to another state or another county or whatever it is, in order to, you know, go after what I want to be really doing. And because I think it's being affected by your emotional sort of side. Yeah. Now we're going to do a bit of clarifications with the Light Seers card. Just dropped a card on the way through. Three of Wands, by the way, that's what the card was. So procrastination. I would be wary about things, you know, take your time, more than anything else. But yeah, we're going to be clarifying with the Light Seers card. Thank you very much for being here. Really do appreciate the support you give for this channel. There's links in the description where you can book up a private reading with myself or a healing session with myself. There's also our sister channel, Cymatic TV, which you're more than welcome to sort of join us over there. It's a channel all about energy, but more than anything else, I hope you get the best out of these readings. I hope they help you to sort of like engage in life in a very sort of productive way for you. Okay, let's just see what's going on with the King of Pentacles. We get the High Priestess. Inner vision, inner looking, and I think this is where it's really bringing you into your autumn period. Introspective, to know how you work, the knowledge of yourself, which will bring you that security and that sense of well-being about you, not necessarily about the world outside you, but about you, which will give you that clear path to follow. And do not get distracted, because if you do, and that's, you know, it's going to be a little bit more painful than you sort of realise. Okay? With the Knight of Wands, you get the Five of Wands. I think this is where you can use your passions. Don't fight it. Don't fight to try and save other people. This is what I'm getting at, the Five of Wands. And I think, you know, once you start following that passion and really engaging in it in a beautiful way, you'll start realising, I've only got to be the best example of myself. And I don't have to sort of kind of going, okay, well, why aren't you there at this time and everything like that? If they're not there at this time, then, you know what I mean, you can wait around 10 minutes, 15 minutes for them, and then you just go off on your bicycle ride, as I said. You know, and it's not trying to sort of like get everybody engaged in it. And I think the only person that is important that gets engaged in it, in your spiritual and your emotional and your sort of relationship side of your life, is you. That's the only person you need to be in alignment with yourself. Yeah, I think this is you with that finer detail, understanding that finer detail about what you're doing is going to send you off on a mission. And I think this mission has to do with you enjoying yourself, you bringing in that sort of security that makes you feel good about what you're doing, where you're going, the activities you're doing, the people that you're seeing. And it's going to make you in step, you know, it's almost like as if, like, I did that mission, and you know, where were you, sort of thing, scenario. So yeah, I think there's a definite call to a mission. And I would just, there's the other flip side of this, is the devil was there. The reason the devil is the light bearer, that's what they call, you know, the devil, but you know, in mythology, and here we're talking about tarot cards, right? You know, the devil here is shining a light on a lot of different possible paths. And when he shines that light, he tempts you off your path onto a mission that doesn't really bode well for you. But you do learn a lot, yeah, that's for sure. You learn what not to do. So I think here, the devil here is highlighting also pathways that are deviating you from where you should be. And I think this is where you're healing and coming back to yourself. That should be the Nine of Wands card, sort of healthy boundaries that help you to stay in alignment with who you are. And you get the Page of Wands. So you get the Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands here, which is really nice. It's all about learning about the, you know, your healing, your own personal blessing in life of knowing who you are, and etc. It's, you know, bodes really, really well for you, certainly in a passionate sort of thing. And concentrating on the finer details allows that passion to really come to the surface, so you can explore it with great details. Nine of Wands, what was I talking about? Nine of Wands, I think with these healthy boundaries, and I think this is what you're learning, this is what you're purifying, these healthy boundaries will stop you going off on deviance, deviating your pathway from things that you know is right for you. And it's using those healthy boundaries in a beautiful way, excuse me, using those healthy boundaries in a beautiful way. Sorry, I'm going to move this side. You know, healthy boundaries in a beautiful way to help you get where you are. As I said, I think it's going to purify people around you that are not really, you may well be disappointed in, and very, you know, yeah, as I say, the Three of Wands with the Three of Swords. This is another thing I'm getting here as well, is through your passions, and when you instigate your passions, that is the healing that will be activated, and it's going to heal that. It's healing all painful interactions you had with people that are around you in the collective. And with that Three of Cups, it brings back that passionate side of life, of living with other people and enjoying and celebrating life with other people. And as I said, I think it influences the other side, because you're losing that Three of Wands, those Three of Cups there. And it could be just a reinitiation of a group of people that are around you, which is helping you to heal, knowing who you are, being in alignment with who you are, knowing how it works, sifting through and allowing certain things to just no longer exist in your life. It's going to bring you enormous amounts of healing. With the Wheel of Fortune, you get the Temperance card. Temperance card is supposed to be patience, but the thing is, with patience, it's only patience until we need to be active, and I think that's what that is all about. So therefore, you can turn most negative things into positive things, and that is where you're going to recognize the Wheel of Fortune. That's where you're going to recognize how you can help yourself to really advance on your career path, on your business and your projects, all in one, really, more than anything else. Yeah, concentrate on the things that are really working for you. 10 of Pentacles with the 2 of Pentacles, as I said earlier on. There's some things that don't work for you, but the thing is that works for you, it doesn't necessarily mean financially. It also means sociably. It also means spiritually, energetically, within your career path, within your business. And maybe this is where you're looking for an opportunity to take you to a level within your career path and your business and your projects that actually is much more in correspondence with you and leaves you in a much more harmonious place. And the universe is encouraging you to do that. But in order to do that, you need to recognize what works and what doesn't work. And that's the purification side of it all. Look at that. The 10 of Cups with the 7 of Swords. This is really beautiful. You've now got the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. What? You know, once you realize the things work for you and you play smart about it all, you're going to realize all that hard work that you've been doing to get to your career path and your business is now starting to sort of bring in a lot of happiness and self-satisfaction, a lot of security. And it's realizing that you've gone through and done it yourself. You've done the work, really have done the work. With the Justice card, you get these 7 of Wands. No other 7s. Oh yeah, there's a 7 underneath it there. Now 7 is a realization number as well, revealing number to you. And this is revealing your, you know, what sits right for you, where you feel justified within what you do, that you're in your righteous place. And that's what builds that security and sense of well-being, and the risk, you know, the fortune that goes along with it, coming up with the 10 of Pentacles. And it's all about you and staying true to you more than anything else, and true to your balance. And that's what the purification of your autumn period is around as well, is looking at things and sort of saying, well, how you want to continue them in the future, what you don't want to do as well. And that's where you can really play smart this month. And it's going to bring in a whole new cycle. As I said, I think this disappointment has something to do with your relationship side. I think it's almost looks like it's dead, done and dusted with. I'm surprised the 10 of Swords didn't come out. It's dead, done and dusted with. That disappointment is finished, and now you've got this star shining out of something that is dead, done and dusted with. So you've got a whole new direction here within your material life, within your job, your business and your projects. A whole new cycle turning up for you, and I think that's going to come to real fruition once we start hitting in March in your birthday season. Okay, so there you go, Aries. Thank you very much for being with us. I really do appreciate your support for this channel, and I hope you get the best out of these readings. Don't forget about the links in the description below. Cymatic TV, the channel which is all about energy as well. I will see you soon. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.